What's going on, everybody? Gem Mint here, back with another statue unboxing and review. This time we have the XM Studios Professor X version B quarter scale statue to unbox. Before we jump into it, if you like these videos, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss one. We're doing a big giveaway once we hit our next subscriber milestone of 150K. If you stay tuned to the end of the video, I'll give you more details on that. So we saw the shipper, the black box, the styrofoam. Now let's take a quick side look at the box here, because this gives some credit to the design team here, which includes the sculptor Alan Sales, Oliver, plus Carlos Datoli on the art print, and the XM Studios design and development team. It also gives a biography on Charles Xavier, stating he's the mutant son of a nuclear researcher, Brian Xavier, and his wife Sharon. As a young child, his father worked for a top secret research facility, perhaps tied to the Weapon X project that spawned such products like the mutant Wolverine. Even as a pre-adolescent, Xavier could use his telepathic powers to sense other people's intentions and emotions. Inside of the box, we have the black envelope, which XM tends to do. It does have two sheets. One of them has the product details of what's inside, and then the beautiful art print like I mentioned earlier. This one looks really good, man. I like how Carlos shows the glowing of the bottom of the hover chair. Really mimics the statue well. Alright, but here's the box. We're going to go ahead and take off those straps, lift off the lid for the first layer, and here's all the pieces inside. Alright, so first thing, it does come with these two felt adhesive strips, which you're supposed to put on the armrest so that it doesn't scratch up the arms. Next, we have the little remote control for the light functions here. Now, you do need to unscrew this. It's a very small screw, and you got to get a battery, a 2032 circular battery to be exact. It's also going to come with this small piece, which is used as a support for the front of the hover chair, since it's such a heavy piece. Next up, we have the monitor. I like the decals that they have on it, but those also light up. So if we flip to the side underneath here, here's the peg and the keyhole. You can see that this is going to require some batteries as well. It's going to require three 303, 357, 76s, so the little small circular batteries. And then here is one of the right hands. This is the one that's going to be touching his temple. Great detail in the sculpt. You can see the folds on the fabric, the texture, the hands and the paint applications look great. You can kind of get a blue tint to the veins, the fingernails, the details of the hand look perfect. The white cuff underneath. Here's the other right hand option, which will be down on the armrest. Got the X buttons there for the cufflinks. Again, you got that kind of old man wrinkled hand there, but it looks great. Looks very accurate. All right, then we have one of the left-hand options. This one's going to be pointing forward, kind of trying to control what he's doing with his mind while his right hand is on his temple. Same great details in this sculpt here. All of the arms look great. Here's the bottom of the base. We cover up the serial number because recasters can use that to knock this off. Now here's the top of the sub base. I like the honeycomb texture there, the different designs. Going to the side, you have that blue tone. Looks good. Here's the second layer, which we see the hover chair. But first, we're going to look at the name plaque. So this only comes with a certain percentage of the pieces. It's in this little faux leather case. And here's the nameplate itself. Kind of a cool little feature that used to do coins back in the day for like an exclusive. Now they do this nameplate. It's got the kickstand on the back. And the last hand, the last left hand that'll go on the armrest as well. Same great detail, texturing, sculpted in folds to make it look like real fabric. Great skin sculpted and paint applications. All right, so let's move on to the head sculpts. Paint applications look great. He's got those baby blue eyes. He's staring you right in your soul. You got the wires from Cerebro in the back, which are posable. I like the shading from behind the eyes to the cheeks. Great skin tones there. And the helmet looks cool too. You got that dull shine to it. Now the second portrait looks almost identical. I thought they made a mistake at first, that they were supposed to give me maybe the Magneto helmet or something like that, but if you look, it's the keys. One of them he's looking on the screen, one of them he's looking forward. They could have done a different sculpt, but what can you do? Now on the bottom of the hover chair, there is another compartment for batteries that takes 3 AAAs to light up that blue light and these lights on the front. We'll take a better look at the chair during the review. It's heavy. Before we get into the review, a quick shout out from our sponsor, Street Level Hero. SLHLA.com has exclusive variants with new drops every Tuesday and Thursday. They have an amazing Gabriel Del Otto, Amazing Spider-Man 75 exclusive variant with Del Auto doing Cyborg Spider-Man from back in the 90s. I love this cover. You could save 10% on this or anything in the store by using the code GEMMINT at checkout, and you can use that anytime you shop there. Just like their sister site, that's SpiderManBooth.com, who has those $30 mystery boxes. You're guaranteed 5 comics of retail value, and one of those lucky boxes per round is going to include their GP, their giveaway prize. This round is an Amazing Spider-Man 4 CGC 9.8, the first appearance of Silk. This round ends on September 15th. You can save 10% anytime you buy a box there by using that same code GEMMINT at checkout. All right, so we're gonna key in the chair to that bottom sub base there. All right, and before we put the support, let's just test that light feature. Beautiful. Love the blue on the bottom, kind of like a car front with headlights. But yeah, let's get that little support piece in there just to be on the safe side. It's a dense little pieces of acrylic with felt on both sides. There we go. Now we're going to put in that side monitor, and let's test the light up function on this. So it has a switch on the bottom, illumination. All right, let's do the first setup. So got the hand pointing forward, put the head sculpt in looking forward, and then the right arm touching his temple. Swing it around back, and let's just plug these Cerebro coils into the back of the chair. He's all set to go. Switching that out, we'll put his other portrait in where he's looking at the monitor. Right arm facing down, and same with the left arm. And again, we're going to get those wires in the chair. Alright guys, there we have it. Now, I pre-ordered this guy back when I was collecting quarter scale X-Men pieces. Those of you following the channel know that I got rid of those in favor of the 1/10 scale Sentinel dioramas from Iron Studios, just because I didn't really need both and I really wanted those Sentinel dios. But I like this a lot more than I thought I was gonna. Now, they made 2 versions of this. They made the classic version where he has the wheelchair, more of like a 60s inspired look. Which I did like, and it had like a switch out with the Magneto helmet that I mentioned earlier. It was for that version, not this version. And then they did this one with the hover chair, which was more of like that 90s animated cartoon or Jim Lee run. So I ultimately went with this one. Now, I thought that because they had issues with the classic one where he wasn't really putting his hand on his temple, it was kind of too low. I thought that was the case with this as well, and that I wasn't going to like this pose. I thought I was going to go for him with his hands on the armrest looking at the monitor, but he looks like he's touching his temple to me, and I like how even though he's sitting down, it gives it more of a dynamic look, right? With his hand forward, he's got motion going on, showcasing his ability and whatnot. So I'm really happy with this, man. Now, the wheelchair version ran 1,150 Singapore dollars. That's probably like $900 or so. This version was 150 Singapore dollars more, so I don't know, 950, 975, something like that. This one has the light up features, which is probably why it costs more. And I'm really happy with it. So looking at the base, I think it's got an interesting sub base. It's got a weathered metal look. It's got that blue trim around it. The light up features do a great job of kind of giving it some life, giving it that blue highlight on the bottom. Although the hover chair has those yellow lights in the front, you've got different patterns and textures on that sub base. It connects to the back, so he's in Cerebro. He's not really mobile right now. He's plugged into the Matrix basically. So I like all the details on that. I like the back of the chair. The chair itself looks great. I know there was some kind of debate on should they go yellow, should they go gold, and I think this looks good. It gives it that modern look. The statue itself is very realistic, so it makes sense that he has more of like a car colored paint finish on this, if you will. Got the X logos on the side. It's got the grill on the front. Those headlights, again, it reminds me of like the front of a car or something. Professor X is placed inside. I like the feature with the monitor on the side. The light up feature is a good look as well. One of my critiques on this piece is you need 3 different sets of batteries for this guy. And I know it's not XM's fault. I mean, I'm sure if they could make it all AAA, that's what they would have done. But you need those small 3 little circular ones for this. The light up itself, you need the 3 AAAs, and then for the remote. And for this, you need to get that quarter-sized circular battery. So that was kind of annoying, and I get that they can't ship batteries. That's like an overseas shipping kind of thing. So that was just a little annoying. I wish I would have really known going into it what I needed, because I had to postpone this review or whatever. But anyway, moving on to Charles Xavier, Professor X, the leader of the mutants, of the X-Men. The fabric looks so well sculpted, you would think it's mixed media, from the white undershirt to the tie to the vest to the blazer. You have the texture going through the blazer, the folds. The skin tone is great. He's almost got the John McAvoy look in his face a little bit, although aged a little bit. The traditional Professor X eyebrows that are really sharp and really defined. The texture on the hands, the veins, the paint color choice was great. And I like how they gave you those posable Cerebro coils to go from the helmet to the back. That actually gives it like a lot of depth. It really makes it feel like he's connected to Cerebro. Overall, I'm really happy with this piece. It's heavy as hell. A quarter scale Professor X, I mean, definitely would go great with any quarter scale X-Men collection, but I want to hear what your guys' thoughts are in the comments down below. I mentioned we got a big giveaway going on for our next subscriber milestone of 150K, and we're giving away a Deja Thor's premium format by Sideshow. All you gotta do is be subscribed, leave a like, and comment on this video. Once we reach the milestone, we'll go live, pick a random video where I promoted the giveaway, and use a random YouTube comment generator to draw a worldwide winner. I appreciate you guys watching, but don't go anywhere. Check out my other statue unboxing and reviews in the playlist on screen, and stay minty fresh as you check out Professor X spinning on the turntable. Peace.